Also tonight, the 2022 Atlantic hurricane season officially begins next week, and today the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration announced it will be yet another active year.
Which means our meteorologists will be quite busy too. Meteorologists Topper Schott and Michaela Lucero are here to tell us just how busy it's going to be. And Topper, everybody wants to know the breakdown. What does this mean for us?
Okay, well, let's start with numbers first. But also, before we do that, we should probably just say it only takes one. Sometimes we have not active seasons, but if it makes landfall, it's a problem. So here's the forecast from NOAA. And they will update this later in the season. They're forecasting 14 to 21 named storms. Well, 14 is average, so they're kind of, hedging their bets a little bit. Of those 14 to 21 named storms, they're going to say 6 to 10 will become hurricanes, and 7 is average, so a little bit more active. And then of those 7 hurricanes, 3 to 6 become what we call major hurricanes. That's with sustained winds 111 miles per hour or higher, category 3 or higher. 3 is average. So yeah, it's a little bit active this year. Some of the names: Alex, Bonnie, Colin, Danielle, Earl, Fiona, and Gaston start the list of 2022. Now, for more on how they actually make the forecast, here's meteorologist Michaela Lucero.
Hey, thanks, Topper. Yeah, this year's hurricane season, like you said, it's forecast to be above average again. Now, I listened in on today's briefing to learn about what goes into making that forecast.
The main factors that we looked at for the hurricane outlook: the above normal sea surface temperatures in the Atlantic, the ongoing La Nina. We've also looked at the winds over the Atlantic Ocean, which are more favorable for the disturbances that come off of Africa to develop into hurricanes. That more favorable environment just leads to a little bit tilting the odds to having an above normal hurricane season.
So with the 2022 hurricane season only a few days away, it's important to prepare. Now, when making a plan, here are a few things you should keep in mind. Know where you'll go if you need to evacuate. Whether you're leaving the area or heading into a shelter, be sure you know how to get there. Next, make an emergency kit. Fill it with things like non-perishable food items, water, extra medication, a charging device for your phone, and maybe even some cash. And don't forget about your pets. Remember to pack along some extra food and water for your four-legged friends. And if you want to help out your neighbor, I spoke with the Red Cross to learn about how you can do that too.
Every time a big disaster happens, we need blood. So a hurricane may not hit just right here in our market, but it may hit down in other parts of the country. So if you can, part of your plan should be to go get blood.
And we want to see your packs. Once you make your emergency kit, share a photo of it with us on our WSA 9 Weather Watchers page. Topper.